Uh,
Okay.
goodness.
People who don't actually watch my videos, welcome! Uh, this is a mini session after the great battle that was at the end of the thing. I'm doing this per player just so it focuses more on the player. And they have about 7 days that they can do stuff. You know, they don't technically have to fill it, but it gives them opportunities to do it. So today we have Crow, who plays Aspen.
Hello.
Okay, and let's
Um,
start the scene with everyone wakes up and starts moving around. D'Artagnan and Curlia start bickering again. Curlia's still kind of sad though, and D'Artagnan's bickering to try to cheer her up, but it's not really working.
pestering her,
Yeah,
mostly.
you just you got to focus your energies and make it a sword as he uses Scallop to do razor shell, that sort of thing. So the Eevee's still sticking around Gareth most of the time, and Stag is is over in this corner doing push-ups.
One, two, two, two. One, two,
The sailor's like, I keep doing it. The pirate's like, how did we get roped into this? Wasn't I being arrested? And at that point, Mercy starts sweating a little. And
Mercy?
she starts glowing. And she
Mercy, are you alright?
hits her knees and starts clutching her chest. This goes on for about 20 seconds. The Hex Maniacs actually start coming over because they are noticing a weird psychic energy. As the glowing grows brighter and Mercy disappears, and out pops. Oh. Out pops Gotharita, right? That's how you pronounce it?
Correct.
And Mercy is no longer in pain, but she looks somewhat concerned.
I slowly reach out to, like, touch her and make sure she's okay and squat down to her eye level. Mercy? Are you alright, dear?
She just kind of looks at you, and right after she evolved, she saw you and actually recoiled a little bit. But after, settling down and noticing you, she goes up and just kind of does what she always does, just is around and, always planning, always scheming.
Rubbing her hands together as they can finally reach one another.
I'm literally doing that right now.
She finally evolved to be able to scheme like a true schemer. She could finally reach her hands together.
That was interesting. A large amount of psychic energy. It seemed too much for her. She was in pain.
I mean, I can understand that, but why was it hurting her? I didn't think evolution hurt.
Evolution works differently with each Pokemon. By the way, they're doing that weird twin thing where they're kind of going back and forth.
And Aspen just kind of looks at him like, really?
We are coping due to the loss of our teacher. Please forgive us.
That's quite fine. I understand. I'm just worried for y'all's sake and hers. And kind of looks over to Mercy.
Mercy just looks up to you, like gives a whole divine I'm fine. Pokemon deal with it separately. Some, feel energized, some feel drained, some feel sick. I will not deny, though, I've never seen a Pokemon in pain.
Oh, that worries me. She's still got one more, if I recall correctly. I just hope that it doesn't end up hurting her too badly.
Only time will tell. By the way, go talk to the guard. I believe they are allowing people outside, but we can still not leave the village.
Alright. I'll try my best to speak with them. She kind of keeps side-eyeing Mercy like, my poor baby.
Mercy's currently in an argument with Greer.
Greer is currently being super tsundere.
If you want to roll me an intuition, you can figure out what the conversation's about.
This is where I need to pick up Chandler so I can channel my.
Yeah, you can if you want. You can tell. You can guess by the hand motions. Mercy's like, "Let me ride you." Greer's like, "No."
Greer, honey, let her ride you.
Charm.
Okay.
Oh,
They're not even in the same egg group.
we are joined. Oh.
Oh, complete that one. Tsundere, no, denied it.
Okay, let's give Greer a chance. He might do just as badly. But we are joined by a Merc. Merc, just so you know, this is technically only Crow's thing. You can be here. It's just,
Yeah, I've been here for a couple minutes already. I've just been quiet.
I saw you in Roll20, so yeah, I just figured you might be listening in. So here's the fun fact: you might win this.
Because he's got like 1d6 intuition, doesn't he?
1d6 focus. Oh, that's beautiful.
I've never seen a full nat 1 win.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna make him just a little bit bigger. She's just, like a true lady riding side saddle. As the, police officer looks down to his clipboard, he's like, "Okay, Miss Aspen, if you want to go outside, you got a few hours."
Alright, I walk over to the twins over here and ask them gingerly, if it's alright, can you watch these two? I need to go outside and speak with the people. I don't want to stop them from having their fun.
Very well. But they might want air as well.
I looked to Greer, who was very upset. And Mercy, I assume she's got a big old grin on her face.
Yeah, she's just like, "Ha, I win."
Greer, would you like to accompany me outside?
As it starts moving towards the door.
Alright.
So I'm just gonna copy you guys. And Vermillion City.
Oh no, the bloody water.
So you were asleep a good chunk of yesterday. Okay, that's not bad. You were asleep a good chunk of yesterday, but there is a lot more people, mostly police officers, unfortunately. So you can wander around and maybe talk to some people. Other people will come outside eventually. But yeah, it's not an excessive amount to do at the moment.
Alright. All right, Greer, Mercy. Let's be gentle. Avoid the water, and y'all have fun. I'm gonna go talk with the police officers. Yeah. Stay here, please.
One sec, let me just...
Avoid the water.
Mercy's steering Greer around.
You hear a chuckle from Aspen. Do I know the house? Do I know the house up ahead is where Lydic is held?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, dog. Very angry Puccianos. I'm very sorry.
Meh. That's fine.
Opened up the token thing.
Mhm.
Good evening. Is the Pokemon? Is the Mart all right?
Not really. I don't know why I'm posted here. There's really nothing inside. And a lot of it's really old, like, a few years old. From what the, occult people are saying, it's as if part of another world was pulled into here, so it replaced, the Pokemon Center. So you can look inside, and the Pokemart is just like covered in dust, and there's just a few random products on the floor, but there's broken shelves everywhere. So
Interesting. Very well. I will not. I will not bother you anymore. I see. There's.
if you need something, I believe the Pokemart person is in the gym. I think he said it's going to cost more for shipping, but he should be able to get you some stuff.
No, not entirely right now, but I was just seeing how everything was, and I hear somebody crashing into a building, I assume.
Not really, just at this point, Mercy's kind of got Greer in a full gallop.
Proudly moving about. Oh my god, they jumped the ledge. I don't even think Ryhord has that kind of high jump.
I don't know, he has decent athletics, so he might be able to make that, but... Anyways, Greer stops and is just kind of panting at the moment. Mercy's like poking him, move!
Mercy, dear, be careful with him. He may be big, but he's not all that strong. In the lungs.
Greer looks offended and then, says like, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
He's not meant to go fast. He's meant to go far.
Okay, and I'll say you're within range at this point. You just hear something over this direction, and then you just hear, well, if you want to look at my injuries, climb the fuck up here or you'll fucking pansy! You know what? Give him a little bit better. The doctor comes over, tries to climb, and falls on his ass.
Should I even attempt that is the question, because that was what, an athletics check?
Yeah.
No.
You don't have to. I'm just saying that is one of the few things that's happening on day one, essentially.
Do I know the reasoning for the giant teepee?
Yes, it's essentially the impromptu medical center. They have a lot of the people that weren't per se involved in the final fight there. The mother and the child, the bunch of kids, the elderly couple. Mostly they're just making sure they're okay and,
I wonder now, would I be able to do this with Mercy? now that she's grown. I try and scoop Mercy up and carry her into the medical tent.
Into the medical tent?
Yeah, I want to get her checked up because she was in pain when she evolved.
Okay, I really should have done that.
Did you not map out the area? It's fine. We can theater the mind it.
I had a second joke, but this one kind of makes more sense. So I had a second joke of having something else in there. So
People.
yeah, you can pull yourself back out.
Oh, ghost. Boop.
Okay.
Boop. Giant Mercy.
Okay, I will. Yeah, you walk in and it looks like a normal Pokemon Center. With an escalator and everything.
What a lovely place. Excuse me? Are you too terribly busy?
No, the ER is full, but, she, comes over the counter. Is there something I can help you with, young miss?
Yes. I got to read to Mercy. She experienced some terrible pain when she evolved. I just wanted to get her a routine checkup.
Evolution pain. Well, let's go over here. And kind of pulls her over. And she will, she's a Nurse Joy. I'm giving her decent stuff.
This is where we see another full critical.
Not bad. Okay, it takes about 20 minutes. She's doing all the doctor stuff, looking in her ears, and, Mercy's just looking a little annoyed. But, I'll give her basic for that. Okay. So, she gets done and she looks at you and is like, physically she's fine. I'm not sure though. She's obviously she's a psychic type, so occult education or occult, sorry. Occult, my occult studies aren't that good, but she seems fine. That's all I can say. I apologize.
Oh no, it's quite fine. I just wanted to make sure that she was no longer in any pain. She's one of the stubborn types, so she doesn't really tell me many things.
Yes, well, yeah, physically she's fine. If she doesn't tell you, I can't say whether she has something wrong. I guess mentally is the best way of putting it. Mercy side-eyes her.
Aspen places a hand on top of Mercy's head, like, shh, calm down.
So, yes, I apologize. And at that point, random NPCs. Ooh, tiny.
Tiny little doctor.
Yep. A doctor comes down, and says, Ruby, we need you upstairs, quickly. Yes, sir. I apologize, but, the PC is just for show, just so you know. I apologize.
Just for show.
Oh. Okay. There we go.
Angry puppers, wow.
Both go upstairs. Okay. You walk back outside, and there's, A few people that just kind of give you waves, but they look like they're either on guard or they're just busy. You hear some shouting over in this direction. It's like, okay, once the materials show up, we're going to be building the Pokemon Center back up. But first, we need the gravel and the cement. How big was this explosion?
About 4 stories.
So,
The last thing I'm gonna do is try and find a clean point of the water, so probably back down here,
mhm.
and let Ness out to swim.
Okay,
So
I'm just going to move you.
yeah,
Okay.
and let's pull out Ness. Boop.
Ness comes out. It's in the water. It's gleefully going around. And roll me a 1d100.
That one.
Whoa! Oh! Oh my!
This is where a Gyarados comes up and eats Ness.
No! Oh! Well, shit! Shit!
Oh.
Okay, so Ness goes underwater, playing around, and she doesn't come back up for a little bit. Like, we're talking a good, 5 minutes.
I begin to get the worries.
And, sorry, we were both trying to move them, I apologize.
No, I didn't move anyone. It's all good.
I was moving them and I saw, after image or something, but, okay, Okay, one sec. I need to pull this up because the police officers won't really pay attention, but this one might. I did not expect that. Okay.
This is what makes up for me rolling garbage with that sharp check.
Okay. No, it was obviously something that was about to come. Okay, so I'm gonna bump that up. That is not good. That is a terrible roll. So,
I'm waiting for Livid to just come busting out of the door.
Lydic, however, will not, but someone else might. God damn it. Sorry, I'm gonna go through this real quick.
Okay.
This is quite literally improv. I had no clue this was gonna happen. Okay.
Is this that thing that you've been hinting towards about fishing for an at 1 or an at 100?
Yes. Okay. Jesus Christ! That is a terrible roll!
I mean, you got 1-6.
I was about to say, that does pass the DC, though. Okay. I'm gonna throw her on the GM layer real quick, just after a little bit.
Ness comes up Mega. Oh no, it's the duck.
The Golduck walks over, looks at you, looks at Mercy, then looks back to you. Hello, child.
There's a moment of recollection in Aspen's face of like, you know what? This isn't the first time I've seen this, so it doesn't bother me anymore.
Ha! Yes, the talking psychic types are not as abnormal as they used to be. You seem worried. Is something wrong?
Well, I let my little Lapras out to play, and she hasn't come out of the water yet.
Well, Instinct, would you mind lending a hand?
Oh, I know who that is now.
The Dragonair comes flying off and dives into the water.
So do they fly with the little wings on their heads? They
like they hyper extend off their head. Like, oh, check out. I'll see if I can find the video later. But like one of the sun and moon openings, it just showed it, and it confused the flying like hell out of me. I was like, what? Okay, so that goes down and I can't exactly. I'm trying to remember. You know what? I'm gonna have to upload a picture really quick.
It's another Giratina. This one's type shifted to water. It's the water Giratina. One of these days, the bullshit I make up will have real life connotations.
God damn it! What did I name it? There it is. This is going to be entirely cinematic. So,
okay.
Just so you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, Ren. Doing a mini session with Crow. You can pop in if you want. Emmy's going to show up in a couple days. So, Crow, however, just rolled a natural 1 on a D100. So, after a few minutes... after a few minutes, Ness comes back up, sporting 3 injuries, and carrying something best she can in her flippers. At which point, the Dragonair comes shooting up out of the water, getting knocked into the sky. As something comes out of the water.
Oh, I know what this is now. Yeah.
As it starts firing an ice beam at the Dragonair. Again, this is 99% cinematic. I am going to make 1 roll, though.
Okay.
And you can make an attack roll as well. You can tell by the seaweed that's wrapped around, like, Ness's neck that this thing was attacking it.
Do I have anyone who can actually hit it with anything relatively strong? Sure. We'll go with a...
Ooh, that's pretty good. It's decently hard, and... Alright, I forgot to do that, so...
And this is Mercy attacking, not Aspen commanding the attack.
Yeah. So... Mercy and Guru just open up their psychic energies, smacks it down into the wall, as... Roll me a focus really quick. I'm actually going to make it as Aspen.
As Aspen or... Okay.
Actually, as everybody, if you want.
12.
12?
Did your focus get... Yeah, it did. 13.
Okay.
And I think I need to roll for Bear too.
Yep.
Who we know has a 1d6.
Yeah.
He nat 6.
Oh, we got a nat 6?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I'm just gonna roll this one. Okay. And then I'm gonna bump it down by 2 for instinct. I don't remember what the Dragonair's actual stat thing is, but... Okay, on the bright side, everyone passed. I'm allowing Greer to pass because of the Nat 6.
Noise.
As it hits the wall and then starts bubbling a bit and just melts into a pile of goo.
Well then.
Darn swamp monsters.
So, okay, yeah, that's, Okay, so Ness comes over and gently... I'm gonna have to probably resize this. Nope. Puts down something in front of you.
Oh, it's adorable. I slowly squat down and pick it up.
Come on.
Combat, is that what I think it is?
Possibly.
I think I know what it is too.
So, yeah, Ness puts down an egg and then it tries to kind of get out of the water.
Scoot, scoot.
It just kind of... It tries to go back into the Pokeball.
I happily let it back into its Pokeball to rest.
Okay,
You talk
again.
about it, one.
Interesting. Young Miss, may we take this to the champion?
Sure, but I believe Ness wanted it to be safe, so be very careful with it.
Of course. So, he picks it up in his one good hand. And... Oh, bollocks. Trying to get just certain people as... He walks over and goes back inside.
This is where he rolls athletics, drops the egg, and it cracks open and explodes like a grenade.
Dragonair comes down, looks at you, and uses his tail to, like, lightly pat your head.
I smile widely.
And then looks over at the house, looks a bit sad, and then flies back up. Okay,
With
that
its
was
weird it's weird extending ears.
Yeah. So that was a very... much more impressive day one than I was expecting. Okay, so, at that point, I'm gonna say you have to go back in. So... Copy. Just gonna move you down. Actually, I don't even think I need a copy. Okay, so... Gem. Come back inside, you know.
That was wonderful. You should have left it like that.
I missed something. So, you are back in here, right? Yeah, okay. So you come back inside, they're doing their own thing, you know. You mostly just give pleasantries. If there's something in particular you want to talk to someone about, you can, but...
No, I'll hold my tongue on this. The only person I want to talk to is the sailor, and ask them if they've ever seen a creature like that before.
Well, at this point, Stag would be done for the day. And probably, honestly... Whoa, Nelly! That was not intentional. He'd probably be just passed out over here. Due to all the physical training, and he's a scientist. So...
Yeah.
Also, the sailor's over here. He's actually, I'll have to open that up really quick, because that is... He actually has his, Blastoise out, which is a Mega Blastoise. And Surge is actually over there as well. And they're just talking.
Gun turtle.
They're just talking to one another. So.
Okay.
Did you want to talk to?
I'll hold my tongue on this because I feel like it's something that's going to be explained on the next day.
Okay. Okay, so let's just say the day has passed. It's morning, so this is technically day 2 of stuff you can do. So the Hex Maniacs are actually not here at the moment. People are still doing things. He's doing more workouts, this time with Surge, specifically overseeing him. Poor Stag.
Get run through the ringer.
Mm-hmm. So, Nurse Chansey actually isn't here either. So, anything you want to do in here?
I'll check on D'Artagnan, see how he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, little musketeer. How are you?
Looks at you and then looks at Curlia and, you know, pantomiming stuff, and it's just like, hey! Even without an intuition, he was trying most of the day yesterday, and he just, you know, honestly, there's a good chance he made it worse. So...
I pet him on the head and give him a look like you tried your best, little one. It's the best I could ask for.
Okay, D'Artagnan's actually gonna stick with you today if you want.
Sure, I'll return Greer. He probably needs a nap.
Mm-hmm. Greer is just done with Mercy's shit.
Oh God, now I've got the companionship of D'Artagnan and Mercy.
Yep, and they're gonna be bickering at any moment. So, okay, so we'll move you back outside and pretty much just delete Greer from there. Okay, so going down. You can pull out D'Artagnan, I'll delete Greer.
Okay. D'Artagnan.
So, a couple of the police officers like, you might not be able to stay outside very long today. Apparently, some Interpol people are coming in.
It's all right. I just want to check in on something, and I'll be right back inside.
Okay, so where are you heading?
You know exactly where I'm heading. I'm going to go investigate what happened to my little egg friend.
Okay. So we'll head up there. Yeah, so they'll look at you and says like, do you have any business here?
Yes, I'm quite sorry for bothering you as y'all are doing your duties, but yesterday I discovered, one of my Pokemon discovered an egg, and I would like to know what had happened with it.
I'm sorry, miss, but no one's allowed here until the Interpol arrives, at which point you just hear from inside, let her come in. That that Goldex creeps me out.
I'm just imagining that Golduck as that guy from Hellboy. You know, the one they put in the fucking fish tank.
But from up above, as you head inside, the Dragonair's tail just kind of peeks over the thing and waves at you.
I wave back up to it, if it can see me.
Okay, so I might have to reshuffle a couple things because I was not expecting the egg. So this is actually good. So Nurse Chansey is in here tending to Aspen. Golduck walks over and is like, hello, child.
Hello, Sir Golda. Is there any information that's been gathered upon the egg?
And I have to expand this just a little bit. There we go. This is like, I don't think, and then this guy comes over and is like, I'm sorry, but that is classified, and then you just hear, Elisa from over here, you have no clue what it is! She doesn't need to know that!
I feel that I'm obligated to know even a little bit about it since one of my Pokemon did discover it.
Lydic
I would like...
just looks over and he just smiles a little bit, and Cynthia comes over and is like, I understand, dear, but we literally have no idea what it is.
Well, if it does it seem dangerous?
It doesn't seem dangerous, but that unknown Pokemon was attacking it, and then it melted into goo. So we still have to decide what to do with it. I'm sorry, dear. We'll try to keep you informed, but...
Well, if it's any consolation, I'd be more than willing to carry it for you if you would allow that. I feel that I could... Go ahead.
We will consider it, but if anything, it might just be to deliver it up to one of the research stations. But since you're here, why don't we take care of this right now? As Cynthia walks back over, he's like, go ahead and sit over at the table. I thought we were waiting for a couple more days. She's here right now, let's just handle it, you know. And this is like, okay, so first off, not only will it be recorded from your side, she gestures over to Garchomp, who goes over to the counter and clumsily picks up a camera, like a video camera, and like presses a button and starts holding it. This is a request by the your TV station, since to show the inner workings of this. So first off, they did want us to ask you to say, or to, well, they're receiving a lot of gifts for you guys, and if there's anything in particular they can send to you from the gifts, they will, but it's too much to actually send it to you. So did you have anything in mind?
Not currently, I'm afraid. If anything, I'd only request they send something that will make my Pokemon happy.
Okay. And, one sec. Aspen equals smiley Pokemon. Okay. Okay. Well, then... Let's get down to the meat of this. You caught opens up a sheet of paper, a Phantom in the cave, a Litwick in, when you were fighting that Dusknoir, and then later you caught a Cofagrigus. You are allowed to keep the Phantom and the Litwick, but the Cofagrigus must be handed over. You will, however, give compensation, and that's what this is for. Is there anything in particular you would like to ask for? I can't guarantee anything, though.
Well, I'm not terribly cautious of those type Pokemon. Given my background, they tend to give me the heebie-jeebies, but if at all possible, I would like to request, and she kind of like side-eyes Garchomp, I've always dreamed of traveling with a dragon type.
Cynthia just kind of starts thinking, doing kind of a thinking motion, and the guy kind of looks it over, starts like looking at sheets of your 3 ghost types, which you are essentially you're turning all 3 ghost types over, right?
Correct.
So he starts going over the sheet, and he just kind of turns to Cynthia, and they whisper a little bit. If you wish to roll perception, you could hear them. But
No, I'll be pleasant. I'll be
Okay.
pleasant and not
So-
try and eat.
after a little bit, they look towards you, and they're like, "I think we can work out a dragon egg." And Cynthia also looks like Garchomp, and it's just like, I might still have a few eggs. I might have to import them in, but it'll probably be a gibble egg, so I do apologize.
Oh, it's
And-
quite fine. I understand.
After you also at this point give kind of like even though there's a videotape, you give your full reports over some things that technically got missed, including the time stop. So this is all kind of new information, not to these, but to the people at home.
One moment. Forgive me, I had to switch over to mobile.
Oh, it's fine. Everything all right?
Yeah, I'm just gonna start dinner.
Oh, okay. I apologize. Have we really been going for that long? Anyways, so after a little bit, however, Cynthia's phone rings, and she picks it up and goes off into the corner, talks to whoever's on the phone for a little bit, and then comes back over and says, "Okay, well, did you really want a Gabite?"
I'll just take whatever is possible. I mean, if it's convenient for you, I'll take a dibble.
Well,
But if somebody's willing to recommend something better,
well, we did just have a donation offer. So if you accept that, we'll give you that egg. This one's actually in the region, so you'd get it much sooner than the gibble egg from me. So it'd probably be a few days before it arrived, though. Is that all right?
and like I said, if it's more convenient for you for the staff, and I'll happily accept it.
Okay. Well, I think that concludes our business. She looks at Cynthia looks at the egg on the table and is like, check back in a few days. We might be able to tell you more. We already called in a few other people, and she actually kind of side glances at like Aspen and Lyticus is like, in a few more days we might have other resources to call upon. So yeah, just one day, and none of us really know what this is.
All right, well, I suppose I'll take my leave if y'all don't need me for anything else. I just want to check up on the egg.
Okay. Well, have a good day, Miss Aspen.
You as well.
So, at that... Well, okay. If you want to stop for right now so you can make dinner, and we can just pick it back up after you're done.
That'd be appreciative.
Okay, so, we will be cutting for now, and yada yada, etc., etc.